Hi everyone, Sam and the podcast here with the people. Today we're going to be talking about the transition. Um, Unfortunately, these days there are certain things we cannot talk about, or certain words we cannot mention, making the world a complicated one. Be that as it may, I will delve right into why this podcast is made today, and we're going to be speaking about the movement on the transition of one government to another in Africa's most populous country, Nigeria. In a few days, there's going to be the handover of mantle of power from one government to another, from the government of President Buhari to the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who's the incoming president. Uh, as it is happening, and I know the world know better. Everybody know better. In a few days, I don't think there's going to be a miracle that will change the trajectory, meaning the incoming president is going to be the president of Nigeria. So to me, I just say people should pray that when the power is transited or handed over to the incoming president, things will be done the right way. Uh, Talking about things done the right way, I I praise the courage of some and most African countries having consistency in their democracy, including Nigeria. I also want to say here that they shouldn't, and they shouldn't continue to copy the wrong side of democracy. Um, Back to those who are practicing democracy, especially the cradle of democracy with the United States. If we could copy the good side of democracy in the United States, you could see that regionalism works. Even when the federal government oversees whatever they do, all the regions, all the counties, and all the local authorities do take care of business. While the president of the country focuses on national security and cohesion in terms of ensuring that things works very well all over the country, while the vice president works with Congress to ensure that implementation of projects that were put into law works out good. But in a country where the president, for instance, will have to be alerted about what is going on in a county, how many county will you count, especially in a big country? It becomes more complicated for such country to be um, ruled by one person, which is why we praying that when the incoming administration or the incoming government does a few things to change the narrative, to change the trajectory, and introduce to Congress new form of ways to do things to make for effectiveness. One, to ensure that the Congress make a law that gives more empowerment to regions to run their affairs. Local. With that being said, you have the regions running their resources. That does not only bring about effectiveness; it also brings about competition. In a situation where the federal government will be uh, being into things that they shouldn't do, makes it awkward for such country to prosper. Where regionalizing is there, you're going to be having regional police as well. You're going to having county police or local authority police, and so on and so forth. Because these people are the beck and call of the local authorities, and the people know them, they know the people, and it makes for effectiveness, and it makes also for efficiency. Why the president at the center focuses on how to work with foreign government to bring in investments, and how to work for national security, and how to harness all the regionalism and everything that is done at local authority to make for effectiveness at the center. If we can have this new government to ensure that things are done at regional level, at local authority level, than to those who should feel the pain and the goodness of government at the local level, it will be worth it, I believe. Again, we're talking about making sure that there's effectiveness in government. One huge problem that some of the coming countries are having is continuity. Continuity in terms of ensuring that things that were implemented by the outgoing government that have not been finished before the tenure was over, the coming administration in most cases doesn't continue with them. I mean, if there were projects that were so important, certain universities were approved, certain road works were approved, certain other projects that supposed to give succor to the local people were approved by the outgoing government. It is very, very imperative for effectiveness, for goodliness of the entirety of such country, for the new incoming government to ensure that there will be implementation down the line of every project that were approved before the new old government were living, so that there will be continuity, there will be effectiveness, and there will be progress going forward. It's just a piece of my opinion, and I think these are salient advices that I think will work betterment for the incoming government. I also pray, regardless of everything that has happened during the election, I know there are feelings, there are things that happened. People were talking about elections being stolen and so on and so forth. A lot of skirmishes during the voting, whatever transpired. I think if there's oneness and if people come together to ensure that there is smoothness and pray for the incoming administration, I do not know, but I believe fervently. I don't want to be pessimistic. I want to be very optimistic that things will work out greatly for the betterment of the country. All right. So I'm going to also seize this platform to wish the incoming government congratulations, very huge one, and pray that they carry the country to that highest height it should be, so that they set the pace for good governance going forward. Again, to cap it all, I want to echo this once again. Regionalism pace. Government and local authority pace. If the new government, I believe, will introduce and recognize the actions and whatever the regional government does to bring in salient development to their people, I think this will bring in not only competition, bring in wonderful development, and bring in also effective policing and security to their people, so that there will be great security network in the country. I hope a word they say is enough for the wise. Thank you so much. I want you to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get more of my videos.